Yeah, I think when I was playing at GMT West, one time I sunk an enemy warship. It was worth like 30 points, and I did it on a die roll of a 2 because my opponent rolled a 1 on like 3 of his defense dice. All 3 defense dice were 1s, and we got one of the guys at the table. I guess he's really into statistics, and he was like, "This is in like lottery numbers ranges for this result to occur."
Me and my son were playing Farkle recently, and I had him beat by like 1,500 points. And I was like, there's no way that he can catch up to me at this point. He ends up rolling 6 4s, which is like impossible. I have like the worst dice ever. Okay, I'm sorry. What?
Oh, you can make passage with Voltaire. You roll a white.
Nope. Fail.
I ate a minute ago. And lastly, we're going to take the Royal Navy with a blue and a white and try to get the Leopard. Swear that blue die hates me.
It liked you that time.
No way! I got him! Oh, that was cool.
Yeah, that's a big pointer, too.
Alright, that was the last card draw, so that ends the round. And then what we can do is total up our VPs. So I think I've got 13, 23, 42, I think.
I think I've got 26 and 1 power. Forgot the other one. I've got 37.
So if I hadn't sunk the Leopard, I would have lost that round, but having rolled that Hail Mary, looks like I ended up taking round 1. So you see how this game, you can be like really down in points and things can turn around kind of rapidly for you. And when you get a crowd, when you have like 4 players playing this game is so much fun.
Yeah, I didn't know if you guys could hear me a while ago when I was talking about the tournament rules where you can do more than 1 damage, and then you've got a guy sitting out there that's down -4, which really kind of adds to the excitement. Somebody's beating up on somebody. They can't seem to take the unit. They lose their turn. You come in and just clean up after them and stuff. That's a nice rule. And then the other thing is always having a warship. A warship is always exposed as opposed to a raider, which can be hidden. So if you draw one without the pirate flag, it's automatically exposed in the game. So by laying a warship out in the beginning hand, it always gives everybody a target on the back row, giving you more points and things like that.
Yeah, here's an example here. The Nuremberg is a warship. You'll see it doesn't have the pirate flag. So this guy is always attackable. But you'll notice that the warships also have a much better defense rating. So you'll see this guy on defense is going to roll blue, white, and red. So they're harder to kill, but you can always attack them. Whereas the raiders tend to not have as good a defensive ratings. For example, the Leopard that I sunk, he's got really good attack ratings, but his defense is not very good at all because it's a merchantman. He's got a defense rating of a D8.
There's also a really good book called The Wolf that I got from Amazon that's really good, and it basically goes through this. The Wolf is an important card in this game, and that's a good book to read if you guys get a chance.
Isn't that one of the ships in here?
Yes, it is. And I don't know if you could hear me earlier when I was talking about playing with Jim Day, but he was telling me the story about the Seedler, which is a very cool ship because it was not only a raider, but it had the clipper ship style, which kind of let it get its power from the wind and stay out to sea longer than most of the other raiders.
Yeah, here he is, the Wolf. Yeah, this guy here. There's an optional rule that has to do with the aircraft on this game. I don't remember exactly what that does, but there's an optional rule where this aircraft was really ahead of its time employing aircraft to find targets.
If you go on Board Game Geek, there's a thread I've composed of as much history as I could find about this game and the different cards and stuff.
Yeah, it really is a neat game, and from what I can understand, it sounds like you got quite a bargain on it at PresCon.
Yeah, I thought everybody, got it for $20, and I just happened to see it, and the cover looked good, and I always thought it was just like a pirate game, so I was kind of like, and then I saw it was World War I Raider ships, and I was like, now that sounds cool.
Yeah, I kind of just passed on it because it just looked like another, I played, naval battles from, Dan Gerson's naval battles and modern naval. I played those games, and so I thought, well, I played that. I don't need another naval card game. And then, just on a whim, I decided to pick it up, and I found it was completely different from any other naval card game I've ever played, and it's really a lot of fun to play.
Well, what really got me interested in the idea of this game was Pacific Typhoon, which is like the remake of Atlantic Storm, and I played that for the first time last month, and it was such a community game, where you've got lots of bartering and negotiations going on, and it's just all these guys that I play with. A lot of times when you're playing, you're just kind of going back and forth, and all this social stuff, all these personalities just kind of came out in the game, and it was a lot of fun.
Yeah, that's another really good group game, and it works best again with that one if you have the full complement of players. The nice thing about Kaiser's Pirates is you really can play it 1, 2, 3, or 4 player. I'm going to go ahead and we're going to go ahead and just stop the demo at